Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Kim's Butterfly Effect. Thank you for joining me. A really quick announcement before I get into the zodiac reading. Excuse me. So, first of all, sorry I haven't been posting the daily collectives, and I'm a little bit later than I wanted to be with the zodiac sign monthlies. But I've been doing a little bit of thinking, and as you guys know, I mean, I share a little bit of personal stuff with you guys, but not too much. But I will say that as far as making this channel an actual business, I think I'm going to pump the brakes on that for a little while. So I'm not focusing on Patreon. I'm not going to do the whole Patreon thing like I had mentioned before. And I'm just going to put content out as I want to put content out. I'm not going to put too much pressure on myself because it takes the joy away from it. And I really enjoy it. I don't want to stop enjoying it. So to me, this is going to be more like a hobby. Something that I just enjoyed doing. And then, you know, because like all week long, you know, I mean, I went to the doctor. I have a pulmonologist that I have to go see, and I didn't get the best news. So, you know, needing to absorb what I heard, needing to kind of plan or replan my future. It's been kind of like plaguing me. So this week I haven't really been able to put out much content or any content because I've been a little overwhelmed, a little bit consumed in self-pity, I suppose you could say. There's a lot to think about. Let's just put it that way. A lot of planning and a lot to think about. I'm not going to get into details, like I said, but because it is a little personal. But wasn't the best, and it's a little scary. So I'm just gonna do this as a hobby, and that way it'll take the pressure off of me. It'll take any expectations that you might have off of you. All right. So with that said, let's get into this reading, shall we? All right. Thanks for joining. I'll see you soon. Hey Aries, welcome back to my channel, and let's get into your August reading. And what I'm going to do is look into the first, middle, and last half of August for you. So I'm going to break this up into 3 sections, and there'll probably be an overall theme, but we'll see. Let's just get into it, see how it goes. Okay? You like my backdrop? My apartment's wrinkled. I'm looking at it, I'm like, how the hell am I going to get the wrinkles out of this? It's sort of like it's like a canvas, but it's got a plasticky feel to it. It's really big. It's really, really big. I mean, it's 10 feet wide and 7 feet tall, that backdrop. But, so you're not seeing the entire thing. I can't iron it. I can't iron it or it'll melt. And, well, hopefully the wrinkles fall away. So in the meantime, I have a wrinkled apartment in the back of me. But anyway, let's just see how August is going to go. I'm hearing distractions, which makes sense because I just distracted this reading with that silly nonsense talk about my backdrop. So, but that's what I heard, distractions. Either you're distracting yourself or you're trying to get away from distractions. Ooh, that's what I heard. Distractions. Let's see, Aries. Okay. Aries, first week, or the first half of August. Aries. First half of August, Aries. I don't know if these cards want to come out. But there's too many. We'll see what happens. Alright. 9 of Wands, 6 of Wands. Alright. We'll We'll do it like that. 5 cards want to come out, so we'll do 5 cards for the first half. We'll just keep that same consistency. So I'll have 3 rows of 5 cards. So 15 in total. Second half. Aries. I'm hearing that song, I'm Like a Bird. I think it's, I want to say Nelly Furtado that sings that. There's probably a lot of confusion going on right now. Not feeling at home in your own home, you know? Coming out of August may not feel too comfortable. Ooh, let's see. One more card. Oh yeah. And then an overall. Ace of Swords is your overall. Ace of Swords is your overall card. So this is knowing the truth. Seeing past illusions. Okay, so let's cover the first week first. Oh, the first. I keep saying weeks. I don't mean that. I mean the first half. I'm breaking the month up into 3 sections, okay? Beginning, middle, and end. Alright, so in the beginning of the month of August, you've got the 9 of Wands, the 6 of Wands, the Death, 7 of Wands, and the Hermit. Okay, so you know, I really think with the 9 of Wands is noticing or really getting a feel for what's been going on around you. Maybe things that have been blocked, things that you've even felt exhausted from, maybe feeling a little liberated from that. I think I'm hearing feeling heard, okay? Maybe feeling heard in a particular area. And also, it looks like understanding something a little bit deeper than you initially did. And I think with this understanding or seeing something for what it truly is, I think you might be being forced to look at something differently. And I think it seems like there's a little bit more peace with this than there would have been or there was in the past. I feel like it's kind of like coming to grips with something. I also feel like trying to find your place in the world. And I feel like needing some time to yourself to really go over and look over what this thing is. I think you're protecting the bubble that you're putting around yourself right now. It's almost like this self-protecting bubble that you're sitting in, and you're kind of like defending that because you've got a lot of thinking to do. I think there's a lot of planning, and I think there are a lot of conversations that need to take place. I think there's a little bit of excitement attached to this and fear at the same time. And we can even clarify what is causing this for you. Let's see. Five of Swords. Feeling defeated. Five of Cups. Yeah. Sadness, loss, and regret. I'm hearing a new lease on life, even. And the Temperance. Yeah, so you may have had some information come in. We've got the Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. You may have had some information come in, and I feel like maybe things that you have planned or your vision of the future has been kind of harsh, but I'm hearing the word shit on. I feel that's what I'm hearing, like it's been shit on. And I feel like you're trying to come to grips with this and trying to find peace with this. I feel like the changes that are coming up, you're trying to find peace with it. But it's very uncomfortable. So, in the second half of August, I see you may be struggling with detaching from something that you have been a part of for a really long time. And I think there's a part of you that understands. Wow. Actually, give me a second. Because I'm looking at this, right? And we have, like I said, there's 5 cards across. So I feel like the main theme in each section is running right down the middle. So if you got 5 cards across, there's 2, then 1, and then 2, right? And I feel like the 1 that's in the center is the main theme. This is the way it's looking. Because death is the middle card in the top row, and that's a rebirth, a change, something ending so something new can begin. I really think that's the theme. Wow, that's really interesting. Anyway, I don't even know if you'll understand that completely because you can't see the cards, but it's interesting. So with that being what I see set up, in your second row, you literally have 3 tens. You have the Devil, the 10 of Cups, the 7 of Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles, and the 10 of Swords. And I feel like you've been attached to an idea of what your happily ever after would look like. And I think in the middle of the month, because of what happened in the beginning of the month with letting something end so something new can begin, this bubble that you're putting around yourself, doing a lot of thinking, planning, trying to figure things out, and seeing things for what they are. I think in the second half of the month, it's sort of like coming to this realization that what you thought was your happily ever after, or what was going to bring you stability and joy, may not have been the case. I think it's sort of like being attached or addicted to a certain outcome or a even illusion of what was. Like being attached to an idea of something instead of the actual thing. Like if you're in a, it's like kind of like taking, it's like being blindfolded, you know, not seeing the reality of something with the Devil card, you know, or this unhealthy attachment to an illusion, because that's what it feels like to me. It feels like you feel that none of it was real. Everything was an illusion. And seeing the transformation of all of that, whether it's ending or restarting or everything. It's like in all areas of life, it feels like you have to change your thinking. You have to change the way you maybe even approach a situation on an emotional level, maybe the way you handle your money. Like, it feels like every area is being affected, and every area of your being is kind of like being stripped down and rebuilt, and seeing all of everything. It seems like the way this feels is somebody who's seeing everything that they built up crash down around them, but not seeing at first, not seeing the benefits of it, but then coming to grips with the reality. And I feel like that's the middle part of the month, where it's kind of like you're coming grips with the reality of losing grip of your situation. I wonder if that makes sense. Let me pull some cards, some more cards here for that. I'm really curious of this. The Devil and the Seven of Pentacles. The Devil, the Hermit. It's clarifying the Devil. Oh yeah, it's almost like this self-torture. It's like the Devil, it's almost, yeah, it's like, it feels like a self-torture, like you're, like you can't stop the record from spinning in your head. You can't stop going over things. It's like going over and over and excuse me, going over and over and over and things again and again. It's almost like the record can't stop replaying itself. Where did I go wrong? What did I do wrong? How could I have fixed this? It's sort of like feeling really regretful and almost a sense of desperation to patch it up, or to fix it, or save it, or rescue it, or something like that. How to hold on to what it is that I feel like you maybe feel like you're losing grip, or losing things that really matter to you. Things that you've been attached to in an unhealthy way. And I see that it's like in the beginning of the middle part of the month, it's almost like you're coming to the realization that, as uncomfortable as it is to let these things go, or you're seeing these things leaving your life, it's almost like, God, like, what can I do to fix this? What can I do to... It's almost like this desperation, right? But there's endings. And I feel like this could be one ending that affects you all across the board, or it could be yeah, like it could be like something that affects you all across the board in every area. Health, wealth, thought, you know. That's the way it feels. But I feel like you're in a very like self-protected mode here in this part. In the middle. It's almost like hearing bad news and then needing to grip the magnitude of it, to grasp the magnitude of it, like it just really spun you around, you know, before you can come to into the acceptance phase. Because leaving August, the end of August, you've got the Queen of Wands, which is you, the Two of Wands, the Chariot right in the center, the Three of Swords, and the Seven of Swords. Whatever this transformation is, whatever this change is, there could be travel involved, but it's moving quickly. And the travel that's involved could be at a distance. And I feel like it's this distance that's causing this heartache. You may be feeling like somebody's being sneaky or underhanded. And some of you, that may be the case, but I don't see that here. I'm seeing something, especially with that Devil card here, I'm seeing something that should have ended a long time ago, finally finalizing. And when I say a long time ago, this can be something that's been going on for more than a decade, okay? And that's what makes it even more uncomfortable. The longer you stay in something that you shouldn't be in, the harder it is to get out of it, you know? Because the more invested you are, for good or for bad, you know, and any change, whether good or bad, can be traumatic. It can be hard, you know. I mean, think about it. Let's say somebody was in poverty for the majority of their life, and then all of a sudden they have a winning lottery ticket and they've become an instant millionaire overnight. As good as a feeling as that is, it still has a very traumatic impact, because change of a significant magnitude is heavy, good or bad. Somebody who's been in poverty forever wouldn't even know the first thing on how to deal with the money of that magnitude. And you know, a smart person would think, okay, the very first thing I need to do is probably go get into some counseling, because this is a shock. Get an attorney and get an accountant, you know, and being grounded enough to think on that level, you know. But it can be traumatic even if it's good. Do you know what I mean? Like, it just has this shock factor. And so I feel like even though you may see something coming, I feel like the shock comes in because you weren't able to stop it. Maybe in the past you were. I also feel like it's something that maybe you feel like you weren't ready for, and the universe is like, no, you really are. You just haven't been able to let go. This could be something that you've built on for a while, your foundation. Yeah, taking a leap of faith with the Fool. And ending, again, the Ten of Swords. Yeah, it's painful. It's painful. But with the Ten of Swords, the ending of with the Ten of Swords, not only is a painful era of your life coming to an end, but there's full clarity that comes with that. There's full clarity that comes in. And as soon as I say that, the Ace of Swords comes out, and it's also the overall energy for the month. So, with that said, it may be hard at first, but you may get used to this really fast. You may enjoy it quicker than you expect to. So, let's get some overall for the whole month here. Let's see if there's anything that wants to come out. The spirit animal. Well, there it is. Buffalo spirit. The abundant universe will provide. Time for a deep dive with swan spirit, and magic works through you. Yeah, see, I feel like this fear that you have is for naught. I feel like the anxiety and the fear is more so because you've been so used to things being a certain way that change, even for good, like I said, can be traumatic. But I feel like Spirit is saying, like, they're here for you regardless. They're here for you through it all. You're not walking this path alone. It may feel like you're alone, but you're not. And sooner than you realize, you're going to be feeling good. You're going to be feeling liberated, feeling free from whatever this is. And at first it may not feel very comfortable, but I feel like you're going to adjust fairly quickly. And that's something to look forward to, Aries. So I hope this made sense. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that jazz, and come back and see me. I look forward to it. As always, Aries, namaste. Take care.